Hey guys, what's up? Sermon11 here with my review of Steven Universe episode 78, log date 7/15/2, aka season 2, episode 26. I really love this show, and just for the small things, like, it doesn't have to be an episode that's super plot heavy. If it's character driven and it just has a good story, I love it. You know, we have good character interaction. This was just another great episode, just going through PERIDOT's memories with the gym so far. And again, I just really loved it. These episodes have been very consistent with each other. And in this episode, PERIDOT's conflicted on what she said to Yellow Diamond. You know, she's in shock, but she's also proud of it. And she also likes the fact that she's a crystal gem now. But she's upset over the tape recorder because it represents the decision that she made. And she throws it, it hits Garnet in the face. And she tells Garnet to give it to Steven. And Steven makes a comment about Garnet and PERIDOT getting along well. And I thought nothing of it. I was just like, oh, this is nothing. But there was actual development there. And in this episode, Steven plays the recorder and he's just going through all of his memories with PERIDOT. And then PERIDOT's own memories that she recorded on the recorder, tape recorder. And she used to call Steven, you know, the Steven. There was a lot more to it. Like, they didn't show us everything, and I like that we have an episode kind of showing this, but I would have preferred to have, well, I don't know if I would prefer it, but I like the way they did it. But it would have been cool if we had, like, maybe more episodes with them at the barn and stuff, and covering all this stuff that happened in this episode. Again, it was cool seeing different memories and stuff, but maybe it would have been even better if we had, like, episodes based on all these memories and everything. So if you remember, she used to call Steven the Steven, and she's wondering if all the organic life on Earth can fly like ladybugs. While that would be cool, we can't. And then we get the funniest scene in the episode. PERIDOT comes up to Greg, who's working on the roof of the barn, and he speaks to her, and then she just stares at him. Then she just pushes him off the roof, and it was hilarious. It was so funny. I know it's wrong, like, he got pushed off the roof, but it was so funny, so random. I loved it. And she doesn't really like Garnet, and they have to clear up they want her to clean up the barn, which is apparently something a Pearl should do. And this whole story arc was at the barn was pretty long, you know, for a cartoon. It's like 5 episodes, or was it more than that? Yeah, I think it was more than that. And again, it was great. And PERIDOT was there for at least a month with them, probably longer. She says that in the episode. And Steven gives her, wait, she said 4 Earth cycles. Is that a month or is that 4 days? I don't know. So she doesn't really like. Okay, where am I at? Okay, Steven gives her some paint cans to make her taller and everything, and I don't know if she'll be able to remake her tech, but I think I like her being short. I don't know if I want her to be tall again. And she's reading a joke book. She gets addicted to a TV show, and she sees 2 of the characters kissing, and she wonders if they're fusing. Kinda not really. And she actually watches the same episode over and over for 3 days, and then she understands all the relationships in the show, like this character should be with this character. And basically PERIDOT's a shipper, you know. I feel like they really put, like, personality into this character. They really made her more human, you know. PERIDOT is a shipper, and it's just confirmed, and it's great. And I guess this is, you know, again, I guess this is showing her becoming more human-like, if that's a way of explaining it. I don't know if that's, like, a perfect way of explaining it, but that's the way I try to explain it. And Amethyst transforms to a lion to lion the mood, and Pearl tries to hold her laugh back, and that was funny. And Amethyst's copy of PERIDOT is spot on, and she also helped her understand the chicken joke that she read earlier in the book. And PERIDOT does ask Amethyst if she can transform into anything, and it makes me wonder if the other gems can't, because I'm not sure if we've seen Pearl and Garnet transform, but I think they have the ability to. I know Garnet can stretch, and isn't that pretty much transforming in a way? Steven, he can make himself older, he can get taller, you know, stuff like that. And PERIDOT is still confused on Garnet, though. You know, she has a somewhat good relationship with Pearl, a somewhat good relationship with Amethyst that's been covered, and she learns more about Pearl, and that, you know, Pearl tries too hard. So Pearl and Amethyst are trying to lift up the drill, and they have to fuse to pick it up, and we get to see Opal again, and it's always a treat to see the fusions in the show. And Peridot sees the two using fusion, but she's still confused about Garnet's constant fusion because they use fusion to complete a task. Garnet's just always fused. And we get a cool conversation with Garnet and Peridot. And she's like, "You're not doing anything." Garnet's like, I'm gazing up at the stars or something like that, and you can see Homeworld from here. And then she wants her to sit there with her. And then Garnet wants to fuse with Peridot. Oh my god, I couldn't believe it when this happened. This is such an awesome moment. It doesn't work out, but just the fact that Garnet wants to fuse with Peridot makes it so much cooler. And it's so cool. And, you know, she wants to fuse to help her understand why Garnet is always fused. And this makes their relationship somewhat better. While, you know, they don't get to fuse, Garnet relates it to the show that Peridot was watching, and then that helps her understand fusion more. And Garnet leaves a message on the recorder telling Steven to give it back to Peridot. I didn't even realize this when I was watching the episode, but I checked out Twitter after I finished the episode, and I saw that Garnet, well, some fans think that Garnet was using her future vision, which makes perfect sense. And Steven gives it back to Peridot, and the episode ends. And I loved seeing all of Peridot's memories with the gems. Great episode, fantastic Steven Bomb, and I want more Steven Universe right now. It's the best show on Cartoon Network. Thank you so much for watching my review. I hope you enjoyed. Maybe I'll see you guys later for more Steven Bombs and more Steven Universe reviews if you enjoyed. Tell me what you thought about this episode and this entire Steven Bomb. Add me on social media, Facebook and Twitter in the description. I'm Sir Mel11. See you next time, and peace out.